In this video today, we're going to talk about how whole life really helps a small business. This time, I'm not going to really talk about just the key points. I'm going to tell you more or less how I use my whole life policy for my small business. So, a little bit of background about me. I have two small businesses. One is a real estate investment company, and the other, of course, is Nettles Insurance. Nettles Insurance is more of a passion project for me. I really do it because I really believe that life insurance is an essential asset that everyone should have in their portfolio. But my money maker is my real estate investing, and for most people, it's real estate is going to basically build your wealth, and that's what I believe. That's why I got into it. So what I ended up doing with real estate is I ended up using a lot of money that I'd saved up when I was from my time in the Marine Corps, my time working in the State Department, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to turn that money into a producing asset. I wanted to ensure that whether I continue to work from here on out, I always had money coming in, and not a couple $100, a couple $1,000. I wanted to make sure that there was a comfortable cushion always coming in. But as I was designing my business, I was putting everything together, situating my money. One of the things I came across was, again, whole life. This is before I got any policies on myself. And the reason it was so valuable is because whole life can be used as an asset to get additional credit, lines of credit for investing. So even if you have your policy, you put money into it, you don't actually have to use the money in the policy. You can just collateralize the entire life insurance or a portion of both either the death benefit or the cash value, and you can get a line of credit depending on the institution, depending on the lender, and you can use that for other investments, even at a better interest rate than the insurance company might offer you. Again, there's a little bit of a trade-off. If you go with the insurance company, you could pay back on a flexible schedule your cash value and then rebuild it and reposition it for future investments. There's no credit checks, but on the flip side, they tend to have a interest rate of about 5 to 6%, depending on the company. Whereas a lender may give you close to 3% since you have a strong asset that they know they can recover their money from. So it's a low risk investment, but there tends to be a structured payment plan. And that structured payment plan is, again, a loss of control because as a small business, you may want to have more money in a safe place that you can use when you need it and not have to worry about making monthly payments until you're situated, maybe 3 to 6 months in. And this is actually what I found with real estate. When I first started, we bought a few properties and a few of them needed a lot of work. And that was okay with us. But the numbers I had run initially and what reality ended up being, there were unforeseen delays that caused me to, I was cutting it close. Again, we were fine ultimately, but the flexibility of having money set aside or being able to reduce payments on mortgages, there is a huge value in that. As long as you have some financial sense and you know that money has to be paid back at some point, you can control your money a little bit better and get a better return on investment. Now, in addition to that, as a small business, another thing we came across was getting SBA loans. SBA loans will, at the most lenders will actually require you to have a life insurance policy to protect the lenders that are being guaranteed by the SBA for their money as well. And most people just get a term policy, which again is great, but taking that little bit of extra money and setting it aside in a whole life policy builds a reusable vehicle. A personal line of credit is being built up over time that you'll be able to use and access for business purposes. And it will also ensure that the business, once you pass away, will get a surge of money that can keep the business going forward. If you're a small business owner like I am, your small business isn't just for you, it's for your family. And you want to make sure that that small business survives you. It makes sure that it's still giving your family money far into the future. So setting up a policy just for your small business is an excellent way to basically create a retirement plan for you as the owner, and also to work as a succession plan moving forward. Or if you need to hire a key employee or replace someone, you have a pot of money set aside that you can access at a drop of a dime, and it really does work really well. That's my take on small businesses. Again, if you are interested in learning more, you want to get a life insurance, personally owned or business owned, reach out to us at Nettles Insurance. We're always happy to help. Have a nice day.